Okay, I'm behind, but this is my reaction video to Loki Season 2, Episode 1. Let's get started. Okay, we see Loki being chased by time variance agents. The timeline has changed, and Kang is everywhere. Sorry, Kang's statue is everywhere. We see Agent Mobius leading the chase. He does not remember Loki. Loki jumps over the side out into space, into the air, and jumps onto a flying car like thing. He runs into somebody else from the time variance from last season, and the person doesn't remember him either. Loki apparently is teleporting back and forth in time. Now he's in another time period. Same time variance agent recognizes him, and Loki's confused. Then Loki disappears again. Loki and one of the other agents from season 1 are talking. Mobius and one of the agents from season 1 are discussing the time variance being, the timelines being distorted or changed, and that all the agents are time variants. And they've been lied to all this time. And how they're going to tell the rest of the agency that they're all variants and they've been lied to all this time. Mobius and the other agents have been called to the war room by the Judges' Council since Judge Ravine is missing. That don't sound good. Loki reappears in front of Casey. Casey was the time variant agent that I mentioned earlier that I didn't remember the name of. Loki almost catches up with Mobius and the other agent, and then he teleports out. We see Loki time-porting in somewhere else. I don't know about this season so far. We're only about 9 minutes in, and it's really confusing. I don't know where this is going, what Kang has to do with this, or the Kang variant that's the major villain. Or is he the major villain? I don't know. Wonder where this is going. The storyline's kind of confusing, even though we're only 9 minutes into it. And this time porting is really kind of weird. Okay, Loki is now in Mobius's office. What time period? I don't know. In Mobius' office is 5 heads of Kang, or one who waits, or whatever. That wasn't there last season. We switch back to the War Council with the two people now in charge of the time variance. The council orders to stop pruning branches immediately, realizing that they've been wrong all this time. And as they do that, Loki appears in the council. Finally, maybe we can finally find out what in the hell this storyline is about. Besides Kang, Loki destroys the paintings. That room that I thought was Mobius's wasn't. It was the room of the War Council, and when he destroys the painting of the War Council that shows the timekeepers, it was the room. It was the statues of the Kangs, and they realized the timekeepers were fake. And he points to them, and goes, "Those were who the real thread is, and who was behind the real timekeepers." And we see Kangs. One of the council orders one of their soldiers to find Sylvie and get her, because she's behind this mess. Loki tells Mobius that war is on its way. So Mobius takes Loki down to this geek, down at the bottom somewhere that Mobius has been to before, but Mobius doesn't remember it. But the geek remembers him. The geek calls it time slipping, what Loki's doing, and Mobius says, "Can you fix that?" And the geek goes, "No." The conversation between Obi in the past with the Loki and Obi with the conversation with Mobius in the future, trying to explain time slipping is giving me a headache. This has got to be one of the stupidest conversations I have ever heard. And that's saying something. There's a power surge coming through here and there's things falling apart, the lights and that. That don't sound good. And Obi has left his place after first time probably ever with the Hunter and, which I finally remember the female's name, and Mobius and Loki and another guard. To fix Loki, they gotta prune Loki from all the timelines, but the risk of it is it could lose Loki to the timelines forever and could rip Mobius' skin, all the skin off of Mobius for all time. I mean, Mobius, period. So Mobius is willing to risk it to save Loki. Somehow Loki and Mobius just barely survived, and Mobius saves Mobius. Loki saves Mobius, pushing them both through the door just before they're both destroyed. So Mobius is saved by Loki, and he goes, "We got to find Sylvie." The soldiers are heading into a portal to go, I guess, and the time variant soldiers are going after Sylvie. Okay, that was the end of episode 1. I don't know. It's confusing. It's more confusing than episode 1 of last season. I don't know. Is that Obi? Is that kid from that Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom who won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor? I think it is. I'm not sure. Not too thrilled with this so far. I like how they've done well with the closeness of Loki and Mobius. I mean, they both risked their lives to save each other at the end of this episode, and Loki saved Mobius. I love that. Not sure where this storyline's going. Yes, I know it has to do with Kang, and I hope they don't screw things up and destroy the Kang Dynasty storyline for the next movie. I hope Marvel doesn't become a bunch of gutless cowards and change that storyline, because just change the actor, people, if they have to do that. But don't change the villain. Yes, I'd like to see Doctor Doom become a major villain of the Marvel Universe, but don't change the villain. Don't change the villain for the next 2 Avengers movies. Okay, that's it for now. Loki 2 will be coming up probably in a few minutes.